What is this?
The community really has changed what we think of as possible.
What is this? This is kind of interesting. What is it?
For running, particularly in the marathon.
These shoes certainly are game-changing and transformative.
This is a very sizable seismic shift.
These are Nike's Vaporflies. Critics say the sneakers provide an unfair advantage to those who race in them, and that their revolutionary design
they're just
the
ugly.
integrity of the sport itself. So does the technology inside them give an unfair advantage? And should they be banned from competition? With the Tokyo Olympics around the corner this summer, these are the questions facing the world of competitive running.
What? It's just a shoe.
On October 12th, 2019, elite marathoner Eliud Kipchoge ran 26.2 miles in less than 2 hours, breaking one of sport's greatest barriers.
Bridget Koskei!
The next day, fellow Kenyan Bridget Koskei shattered the women's marathon record in Chicago. What both runners had in common was what was on their feet. Both athletes were wearing versions of Nike's Vaporfly racing shoes, which according to the company allow runners to improve.
Let's be honest, chat. It'd be the best ad if they actually got banned. It's like, oh, our shoe is so good they have to ban it because it gives you such a good advantage.
Their times by up to 4.2%. And if recent records are any indication, those claims may actually be true. Since the Vaporflies were released, male runners in the Nike shoes have run 5 of the top 10 fastest marathon times ever recorded. And it's not just the elites that have embraced the Vaporfly. If you visit the starting lines of any road race in the United States today, from a major marathon to a local 5K, chances are you'll come across the distinctive neon sneakers. But Nike's success hasn't come without controversy. Ever since the shoes were introduced in 2017, they've ignited a fierce debate about whether the Vaporflies should be banned from competition. Until now, track's international governing body, World Athletics, has provided only a loose guideline on sneaker tech. Shoes must not be constructed so as to give athletes any unfair assistance or advantage. In a statement to the Wall Street Journal, Nike said, "We respect World Athletics in the spirit of their rules, and we do not create any running shoes that return more energy than the runner expends." But with the Tokyo Olympics around the corner this July, World Athletics launched an investigation into the Vaporflies, the results of which are expected before the end of the month.
What the fuck is that?
A person in the street could say, well, why would you not use them? Because they give you an advantage. The same people might say, well, why don't you allow doping? Because that can be accessible to everybody, and if it doesn't harm them, then why can't they just do doping?
Wait, that's not a good comparison.
Some people suggested that the shoe issue right now is a form of mechanical doping.
Peter Thompson has spent his career coaching professional distance runners all over the world.
So you've got Alberto Salazar, Rudy Chapa.
Like many in the running community, he thinks the Vaporflies should be banned from competition to protect the integrity of the sport.
The definition of cheating is doing something to deliberately gain an unfair advantage. Why are we doing our sport? Are we doing it purely for performance, or is it for the competition of person against person? If it's about competition, person against person, then the need for a level playing field is exemplified.
To find out why the Vaporflies have proven to be such a breakthrough in shoe design, we visited the University of Michigan's Orthopedic Research Laboratory for a dissection.
Today
just
we're
kidding, I have no idea what you said, I just
Nike
saw chat saying true, so I said true.
To see what's inside. So this shoe has different features that I'd like to point out to you. First, the shoe has a new type of foam.
P-Bax, which Nike calls Zoom X, is a foam found in airplane insulation that is squishier, bouncier, and lighter than the foams typically found in running shoes.
Second, you can see the full-length carbon fiber.
What? I thought there was going to be like springs and stuff in it. It's just foam.
Adds a lot of stiffness and stability to the shoe as well.
The science behind how the Vaporfly's foam plate system works still isn't entirely clear. But what is that this technology could be transformative for the sport.
We are in a place right now where there is a before the Vaporfly and after the Vaporfly period. We're in the transition period right now. it's a very uncomfortable place as a fan of the sport and as a
Yeah,
competitor.
guys, the springs. You know, like the old shoes.
Jeff Burns,
the old
is a
shoes,
professional
dude.
ultra
Like
runner
in high
and
school.
University of Michigan.
Like with that,
doctoral candidate.
the springs at the back, like they look like batteries or whatever. Remember those? The moon shoes. Okay. If that was a good video, I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, dude.
5 months for the juice.
Okay, next. Chat, one more link. Chat, one more link, and then we'll do games. What is this?